Here we go, guys. Let's start off on the formation lap. Hopefully things will go a bit better this time, but we'll see. It's going to be Jonathan Cox starting from pole. H. Clay's going to be starting from second. F1 Ibs will be starting from third. Snockham will start fourth. Ginge fifth. Unethical Toad sixth. Groenfeld seventh. Mitch eighth. TRL Gunner, the newly crowned F2 champion, in 9th. Shazam 10th. Lee Craig 11th. Lack 12th. Ixdude 13th. Danny 14th. Nathan 15th. ODH 16th. 1 Week 17th. Sharpman 18th. Kufo 19th. And Andilo will start in 20th position. As I said in the stream earlier, I'm not able to provide any stats at the moment because my daughter has taken my mobile device, but as soon as I have that back in my hands, I'll be able to update you on championship positions and race winners, etc, etc. And once the race comes around, anybody got any questions can happily message the stream and I'll be happy to answer. Who have you all got to win this race? I mean, it's hard to bet against Jonathan, he's had such a good season. Also consistent. But there's some really hungry and quick guys in this championship. He's definitely not going to have it on his own way, especially with how it's Craig. Might be honest. We'll see. The last few cars. Last car just got into position. The light should be underway soon. Here we go. 4 lights, 5 lights. And they go. What a start by Jonathan Cox. Jonathan Cox, you got Hayes Clay. We have a McLaren spinning in the background. But what's going to happen to tail when Hayes Clay tries to go down the inside? Is there contact? No, there's not. Jonathan is in and out cleanly. Hayes Clay second. Is there anything happening in the background? F1 Ibs has made it through cleanly in third as well. Fourth is Ginge, he's made a gain of position. Groenveld's fifth. Unethical Toast. Sixth, no Unethical Toast. What's happened? Unethical Toast has crashed. Let's get back to the front. What's happening? So we have Groenveld fifth, Gunnar in sixth, Mitch in seventh. Lee Craig is up to 8th place on the medium tyres. Great start. Followed by Lack also on the medium tyres. X-Stooge is 10th, Shazan 11th, Danny 12th, Kufo 13th, One Wing 14th. No, it was One Wing had just lost the position to Snocken. Chartman 16th, Nathan 17th, Andalor 18th. Unethical Toes is now down to 19th in no front wing. And OD Edge rounds out the pack in 20th position. But let's get back to the front as Jonathan starts to slowly edge away. Currently has 6.5 tenths to Hayes Clay. As he rounds the final bend, start lap 2. So as they come into turn 1, we've got Jonathan Cox, he's just over half a second ahead of Hayes Clay. He's another half a second ahead of F1 Ibs. He's another half a second ahead of Ginge. They've now built a little second gap up to Groenveld. And that is the only little gap that's appearing at the front now at the moment. This looks to be a very interesting and close race between these top guys. So we've got Mitch and Gunnar swapping places as well. Mitch is the new driver for Alpha Tauri tonight. Let's get back to the front and see if Jonathan's managed to extend his lead. Yes, Jonathan Cox now has managed to just get outside of DRS range at 1.2 seconds. It's now Hayes Clay who's coming under pressure from F1 Ibs in the Aston Martin. Is he going to try and look for a move early on, or will he wait until they get to a DRS activated lap, which I believe is it this lap or the next lap? Jonathan Cox goes and sets a 1:31.4 early on in the race, and DRS is now enabled. Luckily Jonathan has just about managed to get that little gap that he's not going to have to worry now. He can just build on his gap and not worry about the others closing too much. But Hayes Clay is now going to come under a lot of pressure from F1 Ibs, who himself's going to come under pressure from Ginge and Groenveld. And it's just like a domino effect, they're all going to become so quick. Things are just starting to settle down a bit now, so Jonathan has opened up almost 1 3/4 second lap, 1.7. Ginge is now up to 3rd place behind F1 Ibs, putting pressure on F1 Ibs. He'll be looking to get a move done quickly. No, 4th place. I don't know what happened with Hayes Clay there. Maybe it glitched or we had an internet problem. We disappeared off screen for a minute. By the look of things here, both Ginge and F1 Ibs both have the pace to be able to get past, to go a little bit quicker than maybe Hayes Clay. Maybe he's just holding them back a little bit. Jonathan is just maintaining that 1.4 second gap right now, as he sets another fastest lap for 1:31.438, as he's looking early on to Then F1 is there in the background, goes for a move on Hayes Clay, and he gets it done up the inside. Is Ginge going to look for a move himself? No, Ginge couldn't quite get it, but will he look for it in the second DRS zone as they go side by side? Ginge to the outside, Hayes Clay to the inside. Great racing by these two. Is Ginge going to be able to make it stick as it goes around the outside? This is great wheel to wheel. Oh, and Hayes Clay has to back out. Great overtake by Ginge there. Excellent racing. Now, really, I'm not sure what's happened here, but Hayes Clay has disappeared off the timing screen. But he's still lapping. We have Jonathan Cox leading. F1, Ibs, Ginge, Groenfeld. However, I know that Hayes Clay is currently fourth. So still Jonathan Cox starts to edge away. 1.6 seconds, the gap is up to now. And we have a safety car. We have Andy Loyal, who is out and retired. To have a quick drink reset then, just because so much has gone on in those first couple of laps. Great racing from the top couple of guys. They were so close in that so quick. But F1 is now stopped at 12. So I'm not sure how that decision is going to work out until a bit later on. But the top guys didn't stop. Jonathan didn't, Ginge didn't, Groenfeld didn't, Lee didn't. Can't see Hayes Clay. Hayes Clay's pitted. lap behind the safety car now. I was just checking that everything was working on the screen. So I think that's helped being a big help to everything in terms of having 50 again there for some reason. Yep, nothing good. But he was the one who had the damage early on and had to have the early stop, so at least he's back with the pack. I feel so sorry for whoever's listening because my throat is so croaky. But no, I don't have COVID. There's a lot of shouting at a lot of very naughty kids. And anyway, to an artist come watching you guys live, so. The shortest safety car should be coming in this lap. So hold me to it, I'm pretty sure. Yep, safety car will be in this lap. We'll be able to resume running. And I'll look to Jonathan when he decides he wants to go. When is he going to go? Is he going to wait till after the final bend or before? But it's up to Jonathan as he goes. No, he backs off again. And he goes again. And they're off. Jonathan Mason just keeps in the bay there by 3/10. As they're all away again. Jonathan Cox gets them underway, followed by Ginge, who looks to the inside as a sneaky little peek. Just lets Jonathan know he's there. Followed by Groenfeld, Ixduge, Danny, Chartman is now 6th, Kufo 7th, One Wing 8th, Nathan 9th, Lack 10th, F1 Ibs 11th. I think something might have happened to Lee because Lee's just pitted. And we have yellow flags in sectors 1, 2 and 3. Not sure why that is. Jonathan is well on his way here now. Already managed to pull 8/10 clear of Ginge. He was definitely not wanting Jonathan to break out of that 1 second zone. He wants to stay as close as he can. Groenfeld's in 3rd. Just under around about 6 or 7 tenths back from. And Jonathan Cox eventually gets a penalty. 3-second penalty for Jonathan Cox. And Gunnar gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. Not sure what's happened there. So let's have another quick rundown. We have Jonathan who is 8/7 tenths clear of Ginge. Groenfeld's a further, maybe just 7 or 8 tenths back. Ixduge is in 4th. Chartman 5th. He's having a good little battle with Danny. We're right on board as Danny has a little look to the inside. Is he going to make a move? No, Danny buys his time. Danny's a very experienced driver and will know exactly how to wear down Chartman and pick the right moment here. It'll be interesting to see when he takes his shot. We're going to stay on board for now. So tricky to get traction out of that bend there, but both cars look to me really, really well. Don't think they'll have DRS on this lap, but I know. Possibly, maybe Danny could just wait, bide his time until they get to the DRS lap. whatever the call will be, I'm sure it'll be the right move by Danny. As stated, a very experienced and clever driver. Let's get back to the leaders. Jonathan now has managed to extend his lead to 1.5 seconds to Ginge, who has a further second to Groenfeld. This means that once DRS is enabled, which it is now, these cars won't be affected by DRS. Big Siege in the Alpha Tauri's in 4th. Chartman having a very respectable race here at the moment, in 5th place. Danny's just dropped back just a little bit on that lap. I don't know if Danny had a little bit of a problem. But DRS will see as Lee Craig sets the fastest lap on a 1:30.7. Let's get back to Lee and see what Lee's doing as he sets the fastest lap. Oh, Lee's on a fresh set of soft tyres. Trying his absolute hardest to chase onto the back of the pack. He has a car just up the road here in front of him, Snocken. That'll be his first target, and then there'll be another 11-second gap up the road to OD Edge. And he'll just count down the laps and count down the temps as he picks off that time gap. Back to the leaders, and Jonathan Cox now has 1.8 seconds almost over Ginge. He himself is starting to gap and has put almost 1.5 seconds into Groenfeld. And then there's another gap of maybe 2 seconds back to Igstooge. Chartman is just hanging onto the back, maybe 1.1 seconds just outside the DRS range of Igstooge. And the same goes for Danny in comparison to Chartman. One wing here goes down the start-finish track, and look at that trail of cars, guys. They're so close. This racing is absolutely amazing. This is excitement at its best. You don't know where to look. We've got F1 Ibs and Lack battling, as Lack's going to try and come back with DRS. Is he going to make a move as the Mercedes on the Aston Martin? No, he isn't. Lack's another one of those guys who's very experienced and very clever, and he'll wear you down and wear you down until you make a mistake, and then he'll pounce. On his day, capable of beating everybody. He's being chased by his teammate Nathan. He's bringing along a gaggle of cars with Gunnar, Shizin, Mitch, Unethical Toast, and OD Edge and Kufo all in close follow. And is Kufo going to go for a move here on OD Edge? I believe he is. No, I think OD Edge is ghosted there. I think he's maybe an AI. That will have to be looked at after the race. Unethical here, he's having to make his way back after that accident earlier when he started 6th. He's looking a lot better now in 14th and making his way onto the back of his pack. He will have DRS now as well. And Ginger's pitted. What has happened to Ginger? Ginger's pitted. It's been all changed at the front while we've been away. Jonathan Cox now leads by 4 seconds to Groenfeld. And Chartman is now third, but he's coming under pressure from Igstooge, and Igstooge goes down the inside. And he makes it stick. Chartman tries to fight back around the outside. Can't quite get the traction, and that's a great move by Igstooge. Chartman will now try to stay as close as he can, because there is another DRS activation zone just around the next couple of ends. Jonathan now leads by 3.7 seconds from Groenfeld. Let's ride a little bit this lap with Jonathan. As we saw from the onboard then, guys, so consistent with Jonathan. He's always at the front or there, never too far away. Grunfeld is absolutely chasing him down now. 3.8 seconds. And then there'll be quite a big gap that has developed, maybe 6 and a bit seconds back to Chartman, who's having a tasty little battle with Danny, who is absolutely itching to get that podium place. And Danny goes down the inside of Chartman, who fights back again around the outside. Can he make it work? Has he learned? Yes, he has. Great defending from Chartman. Clearly learnt from the battle of the lap before with Ig-Stooge. Ig-Stooge has a little battle with Danny in the background. Danny then has another look at Chartman. It's a traction battle. Chartman just about manages to hold him off. Great driving by Chartman. We're going to come into a hell of a lot of pressure now because he's going to have no DRS. And both Danny and Ig-Stooge are going to have DRS. But they couldn't quite get close enough. Well, Danny didn't use DRS because his wing wasn't open. But we have got to stay with this battle because this is close and this is intense. Onto the back of it now, he's creeping up one wing and F1 Ibs as well. This is going to be a five-car battle on top of Lack. If Lack joins in, it'll be a 6-car battle for second place. Third place rather. Sorry guys, getting carried away with the excitement. But this is a clash of clean fast driving from everybody involved so far. Only one retirement handed up. Lap 14. Look at this gaggle of cars, they are all with DRS. And a tiny gap before Lack doesn't have DRS, but he's already still catching. F1 Ibs makes a move on one wing and takes 6th. He'll now be chasing up to Ig-Stooge. Look how close these all are. And Danny's at the front of this little battle, managing to just edge away now that he's overtook Chartman. He has just over a second of breathing room, but Chartman is now, he's pulling along Chartman's teammate F1 Ibs. If Chartman believes that F1's quicker, I'm pretty sure he'll let him pass, but he will not make this easy for Ig-Stooge. It looks like F1 Ibs is going to go for the move on Ig-Stooge here into the final bend. Is he going to have a look? No, he waits his time, but he will have DRS. And we have a VSC. Not sure what's happening. Going really hot, guys. It's really action-packed. So, second little breather. Jonathan Cox leads from Grunfeld. 5.5 seconds under VSC. Third is Danny, he hasn't stopped yet. 12 seconds back of the leader. Jonathan hasn't stopped yet, but Jonathan has a 3-second penalty. F1 Ibs has stopped, and he's just 2 seconds back from Danny at the moment, and only 15 back from Jonathan Cox. So strategy is going to be all important this evening, and things are maybe not going to fold out on the screen until maybe after the last pit stops. While this VSC carries on, now allow me to just get a bit of water. Catch my breath. So in that safety car period, or VSC period, Grunfeld somehow has been able to close up about 8 seconds. Not sure how to not do that, same for Danny. But Danny's really flying right now. He's really stretching away from this move by the look of it. So far now, Jonathan, seamless race. Managed to get away cleanly, break out of DRS, and with 16 laps gone, coming as a 5.2 second lead to Grunfeld, and not any problem apart from he does have a penalty. Grunfeld now pits. This means Danny's going to possibly take a second, yes. So as it stands, we currently have an Alfa Romeo 1-2. F1 Ibs who has stopped. Absolutely chasing up behind Danny now. Danny's tyres will be absolutely screaming at the road coming soon. I'm pretty sure Jonathan will too. Let's have a quick look what's happening a bit further down the pack. We've got Shazin in 4th, he's stopped. Gunner's stopped, he's in 5th. Nathan 6th. Rnd-7, unethical toes who had a problem at the beginning, lost his wingies. Back into the points. Been closely battled by Lee Craig. It's going to be a really interesting battle because he's also being pushed by Ginge. Ginge, remember, was at the very front at the start of this race. And the with the leaders. Lee Craig makes a move on an ethical toast and moves it to 8th. He'll be hoping to keep that. Grunfeld has come from his pits behind Ginger 11th. Chartman 12th. He's still having a close little battle with Igsuge. So far, one wing is trying to join in and have a bit of fun of his own. Lack still there in 15th, right at the back of this DRS straight now. Go back to the front, Jonathan striding away now, 11.2 seconds clear, but he's a lot closer than he was, and when Jonathan pits, he's going to come out possibly somewhere around about Lee Craig and unethical toast, because he did not pit under that first safety car. Different reasons, different strategies at the moment. It's not really going to unfold until everyone makes the last stops later. They can just try to guess where people are going to feed out. On board of ODG, who is about to come under threat from Lee Craig. Lee Craig is absolutely on fire at the moment. Not long gone past. Ginger now he looks to the inside of ODH, and is he going to make the move? Yeah, he does. Great overtake by Lee Craig, gets it done well before the... And the Mercedes touched the Alpine then by the look of it. The McLaren, I mean. I'm pretty sure the McLaren, yes, the McLaren's broke its wing. He made contact with Lee. But Lee will be hoping he hasn't got damage from that. But that was a good clean overtake by Lee. Very poor defending. Very poor trying to re-attack by ODH. I shouldn't be one to cast my feelings on something, I should be impartial, but that was very bad driving. We've got Jonathan Cox here and Danny. The two alpha males leading the pack at the moment. They'll be absolutely loving this. F1 has clearly had the problem because he's now dropped down to 5th behind Gunnar and Shizin. So Danny's now 12.1 seconds back from Jonathan. It's about how long can Jonathan make these tyres last. He's now into the 32s. What lap times are Danny doing? The guys behind are doing 1:33s. Whereas Shizin. Now let's skip back to F1 in. We'll have to wait till the next lap. I'm trying to catch somebody's time. But I'm pretty sure Jonathan's tyres will be absolutely screaming now. 20 laps gone, still no stopped. The soft tyres. Maybe he'll be looking to one stop. All the battles are happening. We have Ginge about to come under attack by Lee Craig. And Lee Craig is putting in left cut tyres. We have another VSC. What has happened? Yeah. Nothing at the front, I hope. Jonathan's okay. Danny may have had a problem because he's now 16 seconds back. Shizin 17 seconds back. Gunnar still happily driven in 4th. Yeah, they all seem okay. We're back underway. But definitely Jonathan has managed to pull out a bit of time there. He's now 15 seconds clear almost. Shizin is definitely a lot closer to Danny than he was. Remember, Danny's still yet to stop. Is another driver that's maybe as Shizin gets a penalty. What a shame as we're getting close to the halfway point of this race. 21 laps out of 57. Let's have a quick run down. We have Jonathan Cox leading from Danny. Shizin 3rd. TRL Gunnar 4th. F1 in 5th. YT Nathan 6th. June 7th. Lee Craig 8th. Unethical Toast running in 9th. Gronfeld 10th. Big Stooge 11th. Lack 12th. Snocken 13th. Odd Edge 14th. One Wing is currently 15th. Chartman 16th. Kufo 17th. Mitch 18th. And the last car driving at the moment is Hayes Clay in 90th position according to my data. A little bit of a quiet lull at the moment while there's not much going on. Rider Shizin. He's fastly approaching the back of Danny. Slowly as he corrects the DRS detection. 1 second gap. I think the next question is going to be, when does Jonathan Cox pit? When does Danny pit and where do they come out? I believe Jonathan is going to pop in somewhere around the James Lee Unethical and Grovefeld battle. Danny may be a bit further back around Snocken and Lack. Shiz now. It's definitely within. As the Red Bull flies up to the back of the Alfa Romeo. That Alfa Romeo 1-2 is going to be long lived as the Red Bull absolutely storming up to the back of Danny here. Danny started out for another lap, but Shiz of DRS is going to absolutely fly down the inside, I'm sure of it. No, Shiz decides not at the zone. Was he maybe biding his time to wait for this next one? As he gets the second pop of the cherry. And no, good defending there from Danny. Was clearly able to have enough traction and get enough power down just to get enough of a gap. But the more these guys battle, the more they're going to allow TRL Gunner and F1 needs to come back into play for this final podium position as it currently stands. And again, Shiz can't quite to get the move done with DRS. It's almost there, but just not quite close enough. We'll stay on board just through sector 1 again, just see if he gets it into turn 1. Shiz is definitely a lot quicker right now on those fresher mediums. I'm pretty sure Danny will be pretty near that soon. Shiz is going to absolutely breeze past this time, it's a lot closer and gets a lot better exit on the fresher tyres. Danny should get a reboot up into turn 3 though. Is it turn 4? No, turn 3. Up to turn 4, yeah. Danny tries to hang on around the outside, just keep together boys, yes, great driving. Shiz is still close. Danny defends nicely. Danny knew then that even if Shiz did get past on the pit straight, he would come back with the second boost of DRS to the second straight. Clever thinking by Danny. But now again, Shiz is going to have another boost of DRS down this straight, which is a bigger one. Can he get close enough? Maybe not quite. No. And the whole ground. Still Jonathan extends that lead to now 15.5 seconds almost. Having a pretty lonely race out front at the moment. As Jonathan now pits. He's chose his moment and this is it. 15.5 seconds with his lead. Where's he going to slot in? We'll know by what tyres he puts on if it is going to be his last stop. He puts a medium, so yes, I believe he's going to go to the finish. As I start to stream past. Emerged just behind Ginge, exactly as I thought, just into that little battle there. So that'll be 6th place at the moment for Jonathan. As if he sees a fresh pair of mediums, and he'll be going to the end. He managed to drag out those soft tyres for 25 laps. Wow, Jonathan. So currently now, Danny is now new leader now. There's a 4 would say 4/10, but it definitely doesn't look like that. Shiz is all over the rear wing. And there's a nice little drabble of cars with Shiz, Gunner, F1 Ibs, Ginge, Jonathan Cox, Unethical Toast, and Groenfeld, all within 11 seconds of the leader who's yet to pit. He's coming under immense pressure now from Shiz. the same as last time we looked from him to turn 1, but I'm pretty sure Danny will do the exact same as he did last time round. But will he even give Shiz the line into turn 1? Great defending by Danny still. Even though he lost the position and lost a little bit of momentum here, but he gets loads of traction. Not quite close enough to come back at. And we have a new fastest lap by Lee Craig. He's currently in 9th. Let's see how Lee's getting on. Lee's on the soft tyres. He's flying right now. We'll take a 2-minute break right there while I get my phone and a few more stats so I can fill the time a bit more. Back with you guys, not much going on while I've been gone. Yes, Jonathan Cox is up to second after his pit and now chasing down Shiz. He's putting his new tyres on an absolute flyer at the moment, clearly. Right, let me give you a quick little rundown of how the championship currently stands. Unfortunately, I can't give you a rundown because there hasn't been a fresh update with the points yet, because I think there's still some investigations pending maybe. But the winner last time out anyway was Jonathan Cox, USA. And Snocken was second and Ginger was third. So you've got Ginger there again, looking for a podium. It's always there about Gingers, always knocking on the door to podiums. 9 times out of 10 top spots. However, Jonathan Cox is involved today. Absolutely on a mission by the look of it here, as he lines up Shiz. Is he going to make a look into the last bend? No, Jonathan is holding wildly enough to know that DRS is a lot easier than getting more safer. He opens up his little letterbox in his rear window and off he goes. As the Alpha Male absolutely flies past the Red Bull. Shiz tries to duck into his slipstream. Shiz of course will get the second little help with the DRS through his second zone to try and come back. Jonathan just managed to put a little bit of air between him and Shiz, so he might not make it. Nope. And in the background there's another little battle going on between Ginger and Danny and F1 Ibs. All three of them here, all going through the same little stretch of road. Ginger's absolutely pressurising Danny, who's still yet to stop. And he has now showed to Jonathan Cox that those mediums can go 30 laps. That would be very valuable information to Jonathan. Danny being his teammate of course, coming under a hell of a lot of pressure here from Ginger, goes to the inside. Did they make contact? No, they don't. Great driving by the two guys there. There's no contact made. Danny still tries to fight back. Couldn't quite. Nice driving by Ginger there as he moves up a position to the third position now. As he sets off down the road after Shizzy. Just behind F1 was taking a look at Danny as well. We'll ride with these two because Danny's going to come under pressure now to defend. F1 Ibs is absolutely closing now. See, Danny was lucky there because he had the DRS to defend. It is. As he goes for a fresh set of softs. So we're now in Shiz second. Danny third, still not stopped on his original set of medium tyres. Now they're on to lap 31. F1 Ibs coming to go along in 4th place. Grunfeld 5th. Lee Craig up to 6th place. Great race so far by Lee. He leads Snocken. Unethical Toast 8th. Ginger's just overtaken Unethical Toast after coming out of the pit stops. We'll watch this battle from the helicopter. What a camera this is. Ginger with his brand new fresh soft tyres will be looking to gap both of the cars behind and disappear up the roads. His teammate Gunnar is literally a second and a bit behind. As he get back to the front, Danny is now coming under pressure again from F1 Ibs. F1 Ibs now pits. Where's he going to come out in relation to Ginge, Snocken, Unethical and Gunnar? He's going to be in that little gap, in that little battle. This has been great rising from the guys, still only one DNF. There goes Snocken. There goes Ginge, there goes Unethical, there goes Gunnar. And that undercut has worked that time. F1 has definitely lost out a little bit of time there by doing that extra lap. So now we have Jonathan 2.5 seconds, just over 2.5 seconds clear of Shizen. Danny third. His tyres are going to be absolutely wailing at him out right now. How he's still on track, I don't know, and how these tyres are still going, I don't know. Groenfeld's fourth, he's going to be catching quickly. Lee Craig is in fifth. Great comeback from Lee. Followed 4 seconds behind by Snocken. Ginge seventh. Danny is finally chose to pit. Where's all that going to, how's it going to affect his race? Where's he going to come out? Is he going to be just in front of F1 Ibs? Yes, it is. So Danny is now 6th place after having taken his pit stop. We have Jonathan Cox, 2 seconds clear of Shiz. Lee Craig coming up to 3rd place. Ginge in 4th. Gunnar 5th. Danny 6th. F1 Ibs 7th. Groenfeld 8th. Snocken 9th. OD Edge 10th. Lack 11th. Chartman 12th. Ixtoo's 13th. Nathan 14th. One Wing 15th. Kufo 16th. And a safety coach has now been brought out by Unethical Toast. Mitch 18th and HK 19th. I'll have a quick 5-minute break, guys, before I run the safety car, just for a cigarette. Thank you. Great racing as well. And I'm back just in time for another safety car. But yeah, sorry for today again, guys. I had to leave the two of my kids out and make sure they was got all the school stuff ready for tomorrow. Fortunately, me and my partner both work, so I work days while she's at home, and then I have the kids on the night while she goes to work. She's an ambulance driver. So, fun and games. So as it stands, we have Lee Craig leading. And safety car with 16 laps to go. Lack second. Jonathan Cox third. Shizin fourth. Gromfeld fifth. Danny sixth. Jin seventh. F1 Ibs 8th. Snocker 9th. Nathan 10th. Gunner 11th. Xduge 12th. Kufo 13th. One Wing 14th. Chartman is 15th. As usual, no penalties. Nothing unusual with Chartman. Mitch is 17th. 2 laps down the Hampton. Still circulating as well. But that was just my luck to jump back in just as I was in a safety car. Now for all you budding commentators out there, I've got to give you some advice. It is so hard to commentate for an hour and a half on a 100% race on your own. Definitely better when it's 2 hours. But hey, at least I get the guys something to watch back. A little bit of fun. I know Lee Craig very well. He'll be at his driver's seat right now. Shaking, toes will be shaking. First race win. Closely followed by the usual suspects again, Lack. So he always finds himself there or thereabouts at the end of the race. 16 laps to go. Needs to get his second place. underway. Jonathan Cox from Lack from Lee. But we'll ride with Lack and Groenfeld and Lee here as a battle it out. Lee losing a place there. I think he might lose another here too. Stu gets a 3-second penalty. These are battling really close here though. We have the Red Bull and the Alpine going wheel to wheel. Some really good battling here by Shiz and Lee Craig. And they're closely followed by Danny. Danny's looking down the inside of Lee Craig. Lee Craig touches Danny. Danny spins, that's unfortunate for Danny. He did chuck it down the inside though. He'll be absolutely kicking himself. That's extremely unfortunate because that was so good up until then. But Jonathan is now breaking away from Lack. 3 seconds clear. Groenfeld and Ginge both closely following Lack. Ginge is all over the back of Groenfeld. Himself is all over the back of Lack. Still no DRS yet, as they all go from one side to the other to try and catch the slipstream. Now they break apart. As Lack looks to the inside of Groenfeld, doesn't decide to put a nose down. Thinks better of it, but he's now going to come under threat from Ginge. Oh, this is exciting with DRS. Ginge has a look around the outside. Is he going to make a... No, he backs out. We'll stay with these guys for a bit. Groenfeld leads them around. And something has happened to Ginge. What has happened? Ginge dropped back a little bit there. He's now behind Lee Craig. Maybe lost a little bit of traction. With the yellow flags in sector 1, Jonathan Cox leads by 3.3 seconds from Groenfeld, closely followed by Lack, closely followed by Shiz, closely followed by Lee Craig. Same again to Ginge and Stocken and F1 Ibs, all in close tow. Maybe one of these could jump on the podium. Goes towards the pit wall to try and break the toe. Everybody follows. Lack going to look to the inside of DRS, no, but he will have a second hit of it. Oh, how happy Lack would be if he could take P2 tonight. He looks very racy and very quick at the moment. There are battles everywhere. Ginge is having a look at Shiz. And Lee Craig's in there again. So obviously Ginge has got back past Lee Craig. I can't keep track of everything that's going on here. There's that much going on. Snocken has also got DRS and he's having a look at Lee Craig. Lee Craig is having a look at Ginge. He's having a look at Shiz, he's having a look at Lack, he's having a look at Groenfeld. What a battle. Racing at its absolute best. And we have yellow flags now in sectors 2 and sectors 3. Chartman for penalty. Jonathan Cox is now 3.7 seconds clear. Again, having a little race of his own. He's pretty much just racing with stopwatch at the moment. There's a battle going on in the background again with Ginge and Lack. Ginge is all over the tail of Lack. It's searching for a way through. We'll start with these as they head through this section here, down towards the second DRS zone. Are there going to be any changes, or is DRS going to counteract anything else? No, Ginge looks to the inside of Lack. Does he hold him off? No, Lack holds it around the outside. That's tremendous driving, and Lee Craig tries to get involved. Oh, look at these three go. Shiz gets another 3-second penalty. I don't want to take my eyes off the easiest race, and he's absolutely out of this world. As Lee looks to the outside, Ginge looks to the outside. Once again, both will pick up DRS here. Lack didn't get DRS, Ginge sails past. I'm pretty sure Lee's going to sail past. Oh! And Snocken goes past. He got done by all three cars in one straight. That's so unfortunate for Lack. But now Lee has DRS on Ginge. And the whole time Shiz is battling with Groenfeld for second place. However, Groenfeld doesn't have any penalties, so we'll see how that shakes its way out at the end. 9 laps to go. Jonathan Cox now has a 4.1 second lead to Groenfeld, who has Shizzing all over his rear wing. He's closely followed by Ginge. And Lee Craig is now set about chasing all of them down too. Knocking in close tow. A lot of them have slowly dropped Lack. He's just been gapped a little bit, about 9 or 8 or 9 tenths. We'll get back to the front, guys. Surely Shiz is going to have a look at Groenfeld this lap. Can he get close enough? It seems to me that Groenfeld has took a hell of a lot of straight line speed off of that car. Put it on, shall I say. Shiz did not have his car safety car. So everybody's going to be bunched back up again. Who just went out? Ibs, F1 Ibs. 8 laps to go. Is anybody going to pit? Is anybody going to feel the need to pit? We have Jonathan Cox leading from Groenfeld, Shiz, Ginge, Lee Craig, Snocken, Gunnar, One Wing, Nathan, Kufo. The current way they stand. 7 laps to go now, safety car still out. Sure, safety car can one more lap. Might be this one. Could be the next. And yes, the safety car is going to come in on this lap. So once again, Jonathan Cox will take control of the pack. He'll decide where they can go. He always tends to get these things pretty good. First one is in the most gap to the straight. See how easy this thing is. So it's right down into the final bend. But he's got a Haas so close. He's now got to try and open up a gap because he's still out. Jonathan Cox is away and leads him across the line, closely followed by Groenfeld, who puts him under pressure straight away. As Groenfeld fakes to the inside, is he going to make the move? As Groenfeld, yes, goes down the inside of Jonathan Cox. Jonathan Cox tried to hold it around the outside because he has the inside line for the next bend. But he's now going to be on the outside coming into this next right-hander. These two have been side by side here, all the way through sector 1. As Groenfeld has to concede as Jonathan Cox keeps the position. Great driving by these two guys. And they have already started to just slightly drop Shiz. They've put about 6 or 7 tenths into him. So Jonathan Cox will now hope he can just get away and build up a gap so that penalty does not affect his final position. We have Jonathan leading, Groenfeld second, Shiz third, Ginge currently fourth. He'll be absolutely fighting to get on that podium. With time penalties, he could possibly already be there. Lee Craig, he's going to be challenging in 5th place. Great drive by Lee here. He's about to come under pressure by Snocken. Lee goes defensive there, looks to the inside, has to defend. So keep it nice and tidy. Jonathan Cox has already managed to open up a 1.2 second lead. And Shiz is now locked onto the back. As in the background we see, is it Lee Craig going for a move? Yes, Lee Craig has put one on the inside of Ginge. Ginge tries to fight back on the outside, Lee concedes. Great driving from the two guys there. There's action all over the track. As in the background we see the Haas of Snocken having a go around the outside. Gunnar. And now they're going to slowly feed out to the back of Lee Craig. Yes, they are. The Snocken, he was dancing over the back of Lee Craig. That's allowed Ginge to get a little bit of breath for himself, a little bit of breathing space, and a chance to chase down Shiz again. And Jonathan Cox is absolutely darted. He now has almost 2 seconds to Groenfeld. And Shiz is a further half a second back. DRS should become active at the end of either this lap or next lap. We've seen some absolutely outstanding driving tonight, some classy overtakes. Pat on the back to everybody involved. It's been a pleasure to watch and a pleasure to commentate. We're into the final 5 laps. It's Groenfeld. DRS is enabled. Groenfeld 2.1 seconds back from Jonathan. I don't think he's going to be able to close that gap, as it looks to be going out at the moment. Shiz. DRS is definitely going to help him now get right to the back of Groenfeld. However, Shiz has the penalty to come. Ginge is fourth. Ginge is going to benefit from anything that happens up in front. Lee Craig is currently fifth. Let's see if I can get up at what the penalties are. Currently we have Jonathan Cox with 3 seconds, Shiz with 6 seconds, Lee Craig with 6, Slocum with 5, Gunner with 3, Lack with 3, One Wing with 6 and Nathan with 3. Still right with these guys. It's just starting to get a little breathing space and sort themselves out now, but they all have DR. Still we have Snockin looking at the back of Lee Craig, but Lee has just dropped off the back of Ginge now. It's going to be tough for him to close that gap back up. So Jonathan Cox is now managed to get that gap out where his penalty will not affect his race result. And now 3.4 seconds clear of Groenfeld. This has been an absolute masterclass this evening from Jonathan. No matter what goes on, no matter what ups and downs there is with safety cars, people DNFing, etc., Jonathan always seems to be pretty consistent. But we have 3 laps to go, 3 circuits left to go for Jonathan. Shiz has now just been overtaken by Groenfeld, and he's also going to come under attack by Ginge. Ginge is going to go very aggressive here with DRS. As Ginge looks to the inside of Shiz, he has to concede. The whole time they're allowing Lee Craig and Snockin, and Ginge loses traction and Ginge spins. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Ginge will be absolutely kicking himself. He's now down to 8th. Still Jonathan Cox leads by 3.8 seconds from Groenfeld. 4 seconds now with Shiz third. Lee Craig up to 4th place now. There's 2 laps to go now, and still Jonathan Cox. We have Lee Craig. It's about a second back from Shiz. I don't think he's going to get DRS. Yes, he has got DRS. That allows him to be able to defend from Snockin. Meanwhile, out in front, Jonathan is pretty much strolling away with this 4.4 seconds now. Shiz is absolutely trying his hardest to catch here, but it's going to be so difficult. Start the final lap with Jonathan Cox and Shiz. Shiz is 4.6 seconds. Rondfeld is chasing behind with Lee Craig. Absolutely pushing here. Knocking 5th, Lack in 6th at the moment, Jin 7th. He'll be absolutely kicking himself after, I'm not sure what actually happened. He'll be going absolutely mad with himself. We need to get back with the lead out, he's coming around the last few bends. Jonathan Cox had a faultless race here. He's been pretty much on his own all evening. Well, it's going to be Jonathan Cox who takes victory again in Bahrain. Shiz is going to cross the line in 2nd place, but where that's going to leave him, Rondfeld takes 2nd. Lee 3rd, Ginge 3rd, Lack 4th, Shiz 5th. Snocken 6th, Lee Craig 7th, Nathan 8th, Gunnar 9th, One Wing 10th, Kufo 11th, Mitch 12th at the moment. That's alright for these last couple of cars to come around. There we have the finish, guys. Black takes driver of the day. And there we have it, guys. I'll give you a final finishing positions from Bahrain, which is round 7 of Phoenix Race League 100% division. We have Jonathan Cox who sweeps it, takes the win and the fastest lap. Rondfeld finished 2nd, Ginge in 3rd, picking up another podium. Lack 4th, Shiz 6th goes to Snocken, 7th Lee Craig, Nathan 8th, Gunnar 9th, One Wing 10th, Kufo 11th, Mitch 12th, Hayes Clay 13th, Chartman 14th. I'm Naismith, guys. Thanks very much for joining us and I hope you enjoyed the race.